Hey developers, welcome to Code Connect. In today's video, we are going to see data types in Golang. So in the previous videos, we have learned about what is Golang, what are variables and constants in Golang. Now in today's video, we are going to see data types in Golang. So understanding about data type is crucial, especially in Golang, because Golang is a statistically typed language where each variable has a specific data type. So why each variable has a specific data type? Because it ensures type safety and consistency in your code. Because let's suppose if you have created a variable that can store integer. Now later in the program we cannot store other type values like string or float. We cannot store in that variable. So in that sense it ensures type safety and also consistency. Like if we have created a variable dedicated to integer, then we only store integer in that variable. Now Golang has three basic data types. So if you see here, these are bool, numeric and string. So bool is for boolean values like true and false. Numeric is for integer, floating point values, complex type values, and string is for characters, like sequence of characters we store in that string. So let's see which keywords we use for denoting these data types. So if we see here, for integer we are having these keywords: int, uint, int8, int16. So what these means? So integer basically means it will store integer values, and by uint it means it will store unsigned values. So there are two types of integers: signed integers and unsigned integers. So talking about signed integers can store both negative and positive values, while unsigned integers can only store positive values. And if we see here int8, so here 8 denotes the size of the integer it can store, it denotes 8 bits. So the size of the integer should be within 8 bits, and 16 here means the size should be 16 bits. So we will see the size of what are their actual sizes, and let's see about the floating points. So in the floating points we have two keywords. First one is float32 and float64. So float32 basically store 32 bits floating point values, and this one stores 64 bits. Next, for boolean it will store bool values true and false, and string which is a normal sequence of characters. And also we are having composite data types which store more than one values, like arrays, slices, maps, structs. We will discuss in depth about these composite data types later in our videos. Till now we can simply understand their simple use cases, like arrays is used for storing multiple values. Slices are also similar to arrays. Maps are used to store key value pairs, and structs, with structs we can create our own custom data types. So these things we need to know. Now let's see the sizes of these variables. So if we see here, here it's mentioned int, int8, int16, int32 and int64. So if we created a variable with the type int, so it will create according to the system. Like if we are having 32-bit system, then it will declare the size of that variable according to 32-bit system. And if there is a 64-bit system, then it will assign the size according to that. So it will assign the maximum size. While if we declare a variable with int8, then it will only assign 8-bit size to it. So which is actually minus 128 to 127. So for int16, 2 to the power 16 to 2 to the power minus 2 to the power 16 to 2 to the power 16. So this value. Similarly for this 32 bits we calculated and 64 bit we calculated. So if you see if we declare a variable with int, then it will assign the size of the maximum. So here in 32, then you can see the sizes according to that, and in 64 size it is according to that. Similarly for unsigned integers. So for unsigned integers, as we already know that it will store positive values. So the range starts from 0 here, and it is similar to the above. Similarly for floating point values, so for floating point values we are having only two keywords, 32-bit and 64-bit. So unlike integers, we don't have 8-bit and 16-bit keywords. And for this the size is accordingly 3.4 into 10 raised to the power 38 to 3.4 into 10 raised to the power 38. So like this is the size. So let's see the code snippet here. So like we are having a code snippet in which we have created variables of multiple data types like boolean, integer, float, string. So as we have discussed, like we have declared variable using the var data type, var keyword. So here we have added the variable name and the data type and assigned the value here as well. So string sequence of characters here, and we have printed these variables. So the result will be there. So yes, this is related to the data types in Golang. I think in the next video we will discuss in the Visual Studio Code. We will write a code to create different data types variables, and we will see how we are able to print it, how we are able to perform operations on it. So later in the videos we will also discuss about the operations which Golang support and what are the multiple operators which are present in Golang. So we will discuss about these things as well. So let's meet in the next video. Thank you.